People are wrong all the time. Smart people, dumb people, white people, black people, your parents, your kids, we're all wrong at some point or another. Will Smith was the first pick to play Django in Tarantino's award-winning film, Django Unchained.
To me, it's as perfect a story as you could ever want. A guy that learns how to kill, to retrieve his wife that has been taken, as a slave.
He read the script and loved the idea behind the film, but when it came down to sit with Tarantino, they just couldn't get on the same page. Tarantino wanted to make a revenge film, and well, Will Smith wanted to make...
I wanted to make the greatest love story that African Americans had ever seen from American cinema.
Can you imagine Django Unchained as a slavery time rom-com? Just thinking about Tarantino making the greatest black love story is like thinking of Thanos being responsible for the rise of snap music.
But with that story, I felt the only way I could make that movie is it had to be a love story, not a vengeance story.
So after a lunch meeting that lasted many hours, Will backed out of Django and went on to make After Earth, because in Will's mind,
it has to be for love. The only way he can retrieve his love is to do this. He can't want to be this. No. Like, violence begets violence.
Look, as a human being, we're all gonna make mistakes. But to be able to admit your mistakes is to be able to grow and become wiser. You learn from your failures, not from your success. So Will wasn't able to get through to Tarantino, and After Earth is unanimously considered a horrible film. Like, everybody and their mama thinks that film is horrible. I thought it was okay, just saying. It's not as bad as people say it is, but it's still, it's bad. I'm kidding, I'm not even gonna kid myself. It's a bad film. But now, instead of taking his wrong, Will is going on to make his own slave movie, but it's more like a chase movie. According to my friends over at Collider, Will's movie is about a slave named Peter. Peter was a slave on a Louisiana plantation owned by John and Bridget Lyons, and he received a brutal whipping by one of the plantation's overseers that nearly killed him. So Peter decided to flee north. He escaped with his life, and he went north to join the Union Army to fight for his freedom. I think that's where a lot of this movie will take place, in that chase of this slave named Peter going north. But once he got to the Union Army, the doctors of the Union in America, they took a photograph of his back, known as the scourged back. And that's that super famous photograph that we all know of the slave with the whipped up back and just brutalized back. And they used this picture to sort of let people around the world know that slavery was really brutal, and it just was an awful thing for them to put us through. So now look, there's something about being wrong, and there's something about being right. You gotta know when someone's telling you something and it's just wrong. It's not for you. They could have a very, very good purpose about what they're trying to say, but it's not your thing. It's not what you're doing it for. And that's fine. Be like Tarantino. That's cool for you to be like, no, I'm gonna make the thing I wanna make. But also take this story to realize that when someone tells you no, it doesn't necessarily mean no. You can go on to be like Will and create your own thing, your own slave movie that could be the best chase movie in slave times. I don't know. I'm just saying that either way, you have to double down in the faith that you have in yourself. And I think that's what a lot of times people don't lean into. They let others talk them out of stuff or let others talk them into stuff. And don't. Do what you want to do. Do what's in your heart. And I think if you're creative, you need to hear that message. So, yeah. Hope that helps you. And yeah, I'll see you next time.